which is a good reason I want to start with this video that was taken of James Mattis, the Secretary of Defense. He was touring some overseas bases, talking to the military, you know, getting out there and greeting the guys. And I don't know exactly where this was. He was in Jordan, he was in Turkey, he was in a bunch of places. But I've been to, you know, places like this. I was in Afghanistan and places like this. And the guys are out there and they are people, same thing. All different colors, all different places, different politics. You know, people always think that the military is conservative. Maybe it's more conservative than the population. I don't know. But the people I met, you know, Democrats, Republicans, they're all out there serving the country. And he gave them a talk about this, about the difference between the collaboration and togetherness that you find in the military where you're working for a mission and our country, which unemployment is non-existent. Racism, let's face it, institutional racism is gone. Racism, in fact, is nothing like what it used to be ever. It's nothing close. You know, we're rich. We're basically at peace, even though we're fighting these small kind of imperial-type wars, empire-type wars in the distance. You know, the country is actually okay, and it's only the people who are fighting with each other. And he talks about this a little bit. This is James Mattis talking to the troops.
But believe me, I know you're far from home, every one of you. I know you could all be going to college, you young people, or you could be back on the block. Just grateful. The only way this great big experiment you and I call America is going to survive is we got tough hombres like you. And you remember, some of you too young, Corporal Walton, but on 9/11, we were acting up against an enemy that thought if he hurt us, he could scare us. But we don't frickin' scare. That's the bottom line. And we'll go out here, we'll fight alongside our friends and allies, and we're going to keep right on fighting until they're sick of us and leave us alone. And you're buying time. You're a great example for our country right now. It's got some problems. You know it and I know it. It's got problems that we don't have in the military. And you just hold the line, my fine young soldiers, sailors, airmen, Marines. You just hold the line until our country gets back to understanding and respecting each other and showing it, being friendly to one another, you know, that Americans owe to one another. We're so doggone lucky to be Americans. And we got two powers, power of inspiration, and we'll get the power of inspiration back. We got the power of intimidation, and that's you. If someone wants to screw with our families and our country or our allies, okay? So thanks so much for being out here. You completely took me by surprise. I'm off in La La Land yesterday. So that's good. Keep the old guys like me guessing. The only reason I came back I flunked retirement, okay?
So very moving, talking about the fact that they are holding the line while we get things together. They're keeping the enemy at bay while we learn not to be enemies among ourselves. And we're divided at every level. I mean, obviously the left and right are divided. We're going to bring on Michael Knowles from the Michael Knowles Show to talk about that, what's happening in Berkeley and the ferocious attempt of the far left to shut down the right.